What's up everyone, welcome back to more Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelist of the Roses Redux with the Beast deck. Last time we got started with this side of the campaign where we beat what's called Thea, Tristan, and Mai, all without much difficulty, to be honest. One thing, it definitely helps that this is the second part of the campaign instead of the first part, so our deck is obviously a lot better than it is starting out, but I also just think that this side's a lot easier. Mai isn't super easy, I'd say. Tristan and Thea are relatively easy to beat. Mai can sometimes get a little tricky with high attack points, right? And Mako is actually I think a genuinely tough fight. He also has a quite low deck cost, I just realized. However, this might be the first time our actual deck leader ability comes into use, or at least one of our deck leader abilities, specifically the weaken specific enemy type, because that enemy type is fish. Unfortunately, Mako kind of also runs aqua monsters and sea serpents, and I think his most threatening monsters are sea serpents, so kind of mitigates it a little bit. I don't know, it does feel a little, it does feel like it was meant to be for us to use this guy for this specific fight. It'll be interesting, because I know that his strongest monster is the Roaring Giant Sea Snake or whatever it's called. I think it's called that, but that's his strongest monster. And that monster is a Sea Serpent, so it's definitely not a guaranteed win. But hey, I mean, you give this monster a power up twice, and this might just be a fish monster, so it's not though. You give 500, you give an increased strength to Sin Friendly, so I don't know if that was the right decision to make, but it's the decision we made. So, with two power-ups, this monster's got a plus 2000, right? So we're never beating it with just 2800. It's probably gonna kick our ass, right now. Yeah, it's an aqua, although it's actually not as strong. Although, 32 kind of fucks us hard. Yeah, they're all aqua monsters. Yeah, I knew the ability wasn't very good, but even against the guy who supposedly uses fish monsters, it's not good because he mostly is using aqua monsters and sea serpents, I think. Well, I mean, Fiend Kraken is a fish, right? Or is Fiend Kraken aqua? Because yeah, that is the one awkward thing about using the if you're in the water monster thingies, is that you're kind of dealing with three different. He's aqua. That's definitely unfortunate. This thing's got 3600. He does lose 500, which is oh, we got a destiny draw, which is I mean, that's some bull. I recognize that that's some bull crap, but we have to use forest first, I think. So at least you don't get some kind of buff now. Or I mean, well, not kind of buff, you just can't reach me now. Well, I just defeat you, I guess. But yeah, we got Ryoku now, which is I mean, that card almost just flat out wins you the game no matter what. I mean, if you'd gotten 2000, I mean, I don't think we would have killed that thing regardless if we had 2,000, so we had to use Forest, I think. Otherwise, like, one or the other was going to be able to just destroy our symbol. Alright, well that's the mistake. Because now I'm just buffing you up. And we'll kill this ugly son of a gun. It's a really ugly monster, let's be honest. But wow, we did not even get to use our, like, ability to destroy fish monsters. God, fish decks must be awful. Especially considering, like, if your deck leader is fish, isn't getting bonuses to aqua monsters or sea serpents. And, like, you know, at least sea serpents and aquas have some kind of niche, I think. Unlike fish, I probably wouldn't want to spec into fish out of the 40 like water element monsters. Ah, we almost got him. We almost got 3 in a row. But, barely not, unfortunately. Well, hey, that is a victory against Mako, which, you know, honestly, Mako usually gives us at least some trouble. Sometimes. It kind of just depends on, almost always terrain. It almost always just depends on terrain, right? Like, I don't think we had difficulty on the Thunder Run, for instance, but some other ones we definitely did, but like God, I think on our last playthrough with machine monsters we had some difficulties with him because our machine monsters were getting weakened by just being in the water, and I think in that run I only had 1 Wasteland card, and similarly machines are only getting strengthened on Wasteland, so this level on the other side, I don't think this level is too difficult on the flip side. And we get Grave Router, which is always a good card, I think. I got Needle Ball to get Chimera with a little less cost. Not that Needle Ball is that good, it's just that to get Chimera, you need a level 4 beast with just a Fiend, so like the Fiend level doesn't really matter, so you can just bring your lowest level Fiends. Okay. We got the Forest card. We're kind of just getting like fusion materials instead. Like Kurama, I think I got out of reincarnating something, and like I can fusion with a beast monster to make Garvis, who is actually like quite good. Muyon Curvy is just there for like low deck cost, and honestly Togex is like one of the stronger beast monsters, and even then Togex isn't that impressive. We got Prevent Red, so we could either go for Chimera or for Garvis. We haven't had Garvis yet, so let's try it. I mean, he does get an instant 3,000, which is pretty nice. That's what, like, I think... God, I think Garvis might just be the second best beast monster in the game. He's notably not wearing anything, though. That might have been the difference between the international version and the regular version. Although, I say that, but I think Garvis, I want to say never came out outside of Japan. But it wouldn't surprise me if this monster had pants in the and the internationally released version of Duelist of the Roses, because that game, like, this game took like 3 years to come out of Japan, I think, which, I mean, I guess back then was much more of the norm, and to be honest, a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh games just didn't come out. At least a lot of the early Yu-Gi-Oh games didn't come out. Hey, we got another Winged Beast. We can make a second Garvis if we want to. Today's episode of Garvis, I guess. Let's do it at least this way, though. Alright, they do mix together to make another Garvis. Here is a winged dragon guardian of the fortress. Who's actually like one of the best monsters in Capsule Monsters if you've ever played that. And if you are interested in that, I've done a whole lot of streaming of that game. Iron Manning it. Essentially, monster dies, monster never gets to be used again. And we're doing that on a difficulty mod, so it's a pretty intense shit. Yeah, I think he's definitely wearing pants in the international version. Okay, but why? Why would you do that? Like, that was an obvious, like, bad decision by the AI. Also, I think this map in general is just easy. Although we get to see Winged Dragon's attack animation, which is at least a little cool. I think like a lot of the lower level monsters, you just don't get to see their attack animation because, like, why attack with all these weak monsters? He's got 14 left, and yeah, we don't have Super Warline. This monster, I mean, he's got 700 attack. I mean, going over here just doesn't give him that. I'll place the Muyan Curry here, just so that he can just put a monster up here and attack me. But I don't think he can do much. Alright, well, he can attack my Muyan Curry with his 1000 Dragon. Oh yeah, by the way, like, this is how we make Chimera now. I kind of forgot I had Needle Ball over here chilling. And he's 3600 power. We'll just kill the 1000 Dragon, why not? You know, you got multiple opponents using Dark Monsters, or I mean using Dragon Monsters, but most, like, Joey's kind of like the weakest one of them. I mean, he just kind of uses 1000 Dragon and Rio Ran, I think. Parrot Dragon. Unlike Kaibu's just Blue Eyes, White Dragon, and Sayao, and what, Pokora with Red Eyes? So, like, he's definitely the worst of the bunch. Oh yeah, Garvis gets lowered dramatically here to 1500, but it's still enough to finish it off. I suppose the nice thing of Garvis over, what's his face, over Super Warline is that Garvis can be brought out a lot easier. Hey, boom, we got 3 in a row, which gives us Javelin Beetle, who, I mean, that'll be a good monster once we go into, like, Insect. so it's like completely irrelevant to get it here, but still. And then for the final duel of the day, we'll face Shadi Morton. You know, one thing I am a little disappointed about just like the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise in general is that, you know, we've just kind of, everything is just kind of turned into being battle simulator. Like, we're not even really like, we're just getting battle simulators at this point. We're not really getting anything more like uniques in that sense. Like, I think like the last 4 sort of games has basically just been, hey, here like this is like the anime storyline where you're just dueling, but like that's the only sort of background you're gonna get. Also, like this is like the one map where Forest isn't that useful. So we're just not gonna need Forest here because everything's already Forest. But we can get you. Okay, now we wait a turn. Yeah, I didn't think he'd be able to defeat Chimera, the Flying Mythical Beast. So. That being said, I think having put a bit more Fiends and a bit more Winged Beasts into the deck, I think it does make this deck a whole lot better because, well, it's better than just relying on Super Warline. Super Warline also just needs a lot of stars, so. But because he costs so much, you can't really make the swift, quick plays that you'd sometimes want to make. So like having Garvis in there and Chimera, who are like Chimera is only 200 points weaker and Garvis is only 300 points weaker, so it's not a huge amount. We also got her. She can boost all our beast monsters if she wants to, but not now. Oh. Spellbind specific enemy type, and that specific enemy type... Oh wow, Pyro's got some interesting abilities. Apparently it spellbinds beasts, which... infinitely... Yeah, that is very awkward. Oh, wow. That's the twist. That sure is a twist I didn't expect to happen. Well, I guess I guess the only thing I can do is just make him attack into me at that point. I mean, what else do I do at that point, really? Well, hey, at least we do 900 here. Alright, well, we need to do like 2300 more. You know, I'm honestly gonna go on a limb and say that that monster is, or that's a spell card and probably not a monster. And the same thing could probably be happening with that monster, which is well, it's certainly a little awkward. So yeah, we're gonna have to win this by him bumping into my better monsters. Okazi. Right, I guess we'll give it a second. Oh, now he goes and attacks into me, and it does a fat 2000 damage. Alright, that's very good for us. Now we just need to be able to get him once. We don't have any burn cards in our deck, so we can't kill him with some kind of burn. I swear this guy's got the fucking logo of Skyward Sword on his fucking chest. This fiery yellow guy. Which is also like a really good card in Capital Monsters. He's got chicken legs, I just realized that. Okay, Flame Cerberus. Alright, Beast Tamer. You had a good run, but I want to get just every ounce of power from Super Warline over here. Alright, he attacks into me, and that monster is not enough. And we win. Very nice. So yeah, even if you cannot come into any fucking close proximity to like the opponent's spell, or into the opponent's deck leader, you can still sometimes win. It just becomes a lot harder if the opponent is also super stall oriented. Which, honestly, I feel like this AI, or at least this opponent, often just kind of blocks himself in and waits. But nope, this time he decides to just attack your face down cards, which is kind of how you win a lot of these matches, by just luring your opponent into attacking something really strong. And the last, another victory. So yeah, this side of the campaign has been going really well compared to the other side. Just don't remember beating that many monsters. We're constantly just one off. I don't know, I guess it's just the nerves when you get two in a row, you think, oh, the last one. So yeah, that's Shoddy defeated. And we got another Rose card. I think who's left? It's Grandpa, Bakura, Yugi, and the final boss. So there are only 4 matches left. Yeah, no, you kind of just speed through this portion of the game. As I don't think Shoddy's tough. I don't think Joey's very hard either. To that same thing, I don't think Jasper is very hard, and I haven't had difficulties with Bakura either. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Goodbye.